Okay, everybody, we're back! Everybody, let's actually get a little bit of energy into us this time because everybody was so sleepy this time. Jess, I need you to actually tone it down a bit. Everybody else needs to go up a little bit, and we're here. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 of Newbs Play D&D. I am very tired today, so hopefully my little ditty potato self can actually keep it together here today. So I think where we left off, we just discovered that we are about to face some goblins. So without trying to delay this any further, because I'm sure we're all very excited, and we don't really need to do introductions this time because you should have watched the first episode, so get to it if you didn't. Anyway, I'm going to toss this right over to Coda so we can get right into it. Go!
You shall. This is the Coda Rabbit here, and I am your DM for the night. And we're going to be fighting some nasty little goblins. So, starting this off, if I remember the setting right, we were in the tavern. Shell, you were actually escorted downstairs to help protect the townspeople that were in the tavern.
Yes.
And then it was Bull at the door with Riot right behind. Then it was Jesse and Corinne who were right behind Riot but could not see through the door. And then Maze, you were back still, I believe, at the bar counter because you had just gotten off of the counter.
Yes, I was with the bar keeper.
Yeah, the keeper had brought all the townspeople down with Shell.
Yes.
Yeah, so you were still at the bar, you hadn't made a move from that point. And the last thing that was said was from Corinne's character. God, I'm going to blank out on the names. Raisha.
Good job.
Nice. Right. That she told Jesse's character, Ava, that the incoming horde was goblins. So, what we're going to do from here is we need to find out exactly what you guys want to do about the goblins. They are spreading out throughout the town of Crossroad like fingers and veins all over the place. Going after the townsfolk, trying to be opportunistic and loot and plunder and kill and all that other good stuff that goblins like to do. Goblin-y things. So, we're going to start off in order from the door backwards. Bolt, what is going to be your action to start this off with? No one has left the door to engage anybody.
I am turning to the people I do not know behind me and ask them their fighting prowess. Essentially, can you handle yourself? And then I am going to turn and charge out into the fray.
And we'll start with the first action. So, Riot.
Can anybody else fight? Bye!
No.
If you can, follow me! I'll just be back here with my loot.
Andre.
Andre, vámonos, rápido.
Rápida!
So, Riot's the next one in line from the door. So, we'll just ask you, what's your fighting prowess?
Yeah, I can handle myself.
You can handle yourself. This is going to be interaction between you guys now.
Grab your sword and let's go.
Alright. It's more of a crossbow, but it'll work.
Jesse, you going to answer, Bull?
Yeah, I can fight. I got these two awesome. I have a knife that big. Okay. Yes, I can fight.
Well, they will.
Oh, I got a bow. But
they will be here soon enough, and the battle will be brought to us. I say we go to it.
So dramatic.
I
You wanna
cannot
answer, Bull?
fight very well. I can if needed, but mostly I'm going to be slipping in the shadows, avoiding the fight.
Keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
This should be apparent because, obviously, he's holding on to somebody's tail.
Actually, I would slip away from her at this point.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I would not.
Well,
follow her.
at the moment of the question, you're still holding on to the tail. Maze, you're within earshot of what he asked. Can you answer him?
I would say yes, I'm decent in a battle, but before you go out, let me cast heroism on you to up your fighting prowess.
What does heroism do, please?
Well, good question.
Hang on, let me.
It should be in this. It should be on the sheet with your
Noobs!
stuff. So let me. Noobs play D&D. Noobs play D&D.
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcaster ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. So it's basically, I just make him like,
So,
I cast steroids upon him.
Yes, you basically keep him from being afraid of combat. Okay,
Liquid courage.
more like magical courage, but we'll not delve into that. Okay, now
Thank
Shelly,
you, good bard.
Yeah? Me?
considering you're downstairs
Yes.
Potato girl.
with the townsfolk and all the potatoes.
There's no potatoes down here.
Actually, that's the perfect place to keep potatoes.
I know, but there are none. I'll find some.
What's your plan? Are you going to stay down there, or because you didn't hear any of the conversation just happened?
I think in order to protect the other people, I want to see if there's any way out from the cellar that's not where we just came from. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
secret exit, you know.
You're looking for the back door.
Giggity. Yes. Yeah.
Alright. There is. It is a regular storage cellar. You can search and search, and you can roll and roll, but unfortunately, there's no door for you to toll.
Hmm.
Well, way to burst my frickin' bubble there, Mr. Dungeon Master.
I like that.
It's a big tavern with 4 doors coming from each main road and a storage cellar for all the food and wine. Unfortunately, they really didn't think that they were going to be attacked by goblins. So, yeah, didn't exactly plan a backdoor clause, as it were.
Hmm. You always prepare for goblins.
Well, I guess we can go back. I can leave the townspeople or whoever the other people from the bar are downstairs and tell them to stay and be safe, and go upstairs and see what's happening.
So, from what you can see, everything is stone-lined, very strong, great structure, cold to help keep everything fresh downstairs. Right? But because there's no other way, this seems to be a safe spot for all the townsfolk because they are down below where nothing can get to them. Right? So, with that, you're going to go back upstairs. You're going to let the tavern keeper know that you're going to go back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is the condition of the tavern we're in? Is it also made of stone or is it wood?
No, the upper is made of wood. Right. Large beams. From what you can tell, oak and maple woods of various kinds. It's a very elaborate display. Octagon in shape so that it can accommodate the 4 crossroads that are coming into the center point. And then, of course, a road circle goes around it. So it is literally the apex or the center point of this city.
Which means we could probably be surrounded completely.
Which also means it has windows at every wall.
Hmm.
When you say it like that.
Hold on. Keep the thought. Write it down if you have to.
Are we in
Right.
class?
No, I mean, it is a good way if you have something you want to bring up, but it's not your turn. Write it down so that way we can address it later. Or, like I said before, in secret, if you need to address an action you want to do without anybody else knowing, DM me so that way I can look at. Alright. So, With that, you cast heroism on Bull's character.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is a touch spell, so that means it's got to be applied to each person individually. It means you have to cast each time.
Yes.
Right. Are you planning on doing this to anyone else?
Well, I would say that Jess's character probably doesn't need it.
Yeah, she seems brave enough as it is.
No, because I don't. I've only got a certain amount of spells I can use at the moment, so I will just use it on him and keep my other ones in case I need to heal somebody.
Okay. All right. Do you happen to have, and this is curiosity more than anything else, with your bardic skills, do you have a way to enchant or bolster everyone through music? Typically, that's a very specialized trait for bards, is using their music to actually enhance the performance of their party members.
Let me check.
Yeah, just something to think about. You know, you may be too low of a level to start because you are all level 1, and you may not have learned those kind of skills yet.
No, all I have is detect magic, healing word, heroism, and sleep.
Okay.
And then of course I could go out there. I could go outside and call all the goblins ugly or something with vicious mockery.
Hit him with a limerick.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're disgusting.
When this is over, I'll have all these goblins dancing as my backup troop.
That would be a sight. He's got like a little posse of goblins just behind him with like accordions and shit like that, like for backup music. The coconuts. I don't have a horse, just the goblins.
Oh my god.
Anyone who knows Monty Python should know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
It's just a flesh wound.
Your mother was
Swallow?
Father's
The swallow. Okay. So, Bull, you've just had heroism cast on you. Now you feel braver. You're much more confident about what you're going to be doing. I really don't know what the hell to do with this spell, honestly. But for so many turns, you now do not fear about being attacked in combat.
He's got it for 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so that's 10 turns or 10 rounds of combat, basically. Yeah, so each attack cycle is a round, and 10 rounds is technically 1 minute in combat. You can do quite a bit in 1 minute of combat.
Okay.
Right? So, each person is going to take a round to do an action after we roll initiative. Okay? So you're charging out, Bull, with
Yes.
Riot behind, and then Jesse, you're following.
Yes.
Kryn, you're staying in the bar, hiding.
Yes.
Okay. And you, because of I remember your proficiency check or your skill check from before, you're very aware of everything going on, so you can actually hear where your companions are at any given moment. We're gonna let
That's
this last
perception.
through that last perception check from the last round. You had gotten it so well that you can actually pinpoint where they are and what they're doing, so long as they stay within about 100 feet of the bar.
Okay.
Okay. After that, it's going to start getting a little more muffled in the combat. And so you come up the stairs and you see Kryn's character sitting at the bar at the moment, not the bar, like one of the tables.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of temporary placement for you, Kryn, right now.
Okay.
All right. Maze, you're still at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The others have just exited the building and are now going into a fray, as you can now smell the goblins close by. Yeah, they do not have a great stench. Alright. So, what would you like to do now that you've come upstairs and you've seen all this?
I want to go talk to the bard, because I kind of already trust him. And
Alright.
see what he's seen so far.
So, our
Okay.
new friends have just charged out the door to take on the goblin horde. And our other friend is hiding in the corner over there, because I'm guessing she's blind, because she has something around her eyes. What can you do? Any kind of attacks or magic, or what's your plan here? because I need to go try to bolster them.
I'm trying to. This is so stupid. I'm trying to understand this resistance cantrip to see if that would be helpful. But that feels like it's only for saving throws.
The resistance cantrip? Yeah, it's only to bolster saving throw temporarily.
Right? Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I have a cut. There's like this huge.
Because you,
I have a lot of things here, but I don't know if like I can use all of them or what.
what do you want to use?
Well, I don't know, because they all kind of look like attacks or heals, so, like, you know, hook me up, like, tell me what I gotta do, what's up?
Okay, let me take a quick look at your character, okay? What are you, is there something that's standing out to you right now?
In the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Fog cloud, to try to, like, give the group, like, cover, if that's a possibility, is it?
Fog cloud, yeah, that's something that you would use to do cover, though you might also be hindering them in battle instead of helping them. But it's your call. You could do things like Ice Knife and you can do Charm Person on goblins because they are humanoids. You can also wait and use your Cure Wounds on anyone that might have gotten damaged. I'm not sure what Fairy Fire does. Thunder Wave, I believe, is an electrical attack.
Yeah.
Earth Tremor. So you have some magical attacks that you could use if you want to get into the fray.
I don't know if I want to get in the fray because I want to be able to help if people get hurt, so I feel like I should stay safe and not waste my energy, like, trying to fight when we have enough fighters. You know?
Okay.
So I feel like
Alright,
I'd rather stay back to be able to heal if I have to.
Okay. So you're gonna say in the tavern.
Yes.
Okay. And Creighton, you've heard the exchange, obviously, because you've kind of heightened right now, hearing everything. So you've heard the little conversation that went on with them. Do you want to chime in with anything? Give them any information?
Potatoes.
Can I take an I probably won't help, but can I take an action? And
Right now, because you're not in combat, everything's free action to you. So
okay, I was gonna ask if I could lock the tavern door. I don't know if that would help anything.
Oh yeah, you can work your way around and lock the 4 doors of the tavern if you want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna start that way. And warn them. So I'd warn Shelly. Would it be an extra step to warn Maze as well?
No,
because I'm
We're right next to each
her.
other, so.
Okay, all right. So I would tell
I
them
would-
I would move towards the door to lock it.
I would suggest we leave one door open in case they need to come back in easily.
Yeah, leave the main front door open, I would assume.
Just go through the window.
Nobody
And
listen to
since
Jess.
she's able to detect things easily, I might ask her to stand next to one of the windows and see if she can find the leader of the goblins. So that if Bull or
That's
one of the others
a good one.
comes in, we can tell them where the leader is. So maybe if they take him out, they will turn tail.
You smart.
So-
You smart.
Maze just asked you to keep an ear out
Okay.
for the goblin boss, which is a very smart move. Good job on that part. All right, so you're going to, I'm going to say probably in a few rounds may have you make another perception check just because, but it's going to be a very high roll. Not have to worry about it right now.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to move on to the attackers. All right, Bull.
I
Just
am
before
attacking.
their exchange.
He's ready.
Bull's like, I've already killed like 10 goblins. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Burst out the door. And as soon as you burst out the door, you smack stroke dab. You run smack dab straight into the first goblin. There's about 3 or 4 right there in the area, but you've just plowed one down.
Okay.
He's on the ground prone. So you have a free attack. You already have your
Yeah.
weapon out.
I dual wield. I have 2 battle axes.
Too bad.
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking battle axes? Or are we talking battle
Two
axes?
hand, two hand axes. Two battle axes.
Dual blades.
Yeah, basically, but with axes.
He is the weapon.
I
so-
am wielding two battle axes. Yes.
Keep in mind, each action is a separate
2
attack
eyes.
roll,
All right.
right? Can you attack twice in a round?
If you get a bonus action from like surprise, I believe.
Yeah, you can get a bonus action. Right now, all he's doing is just making sure that he actually hits it
Yeah.
with the first attack.
I will attack the one.
Well,
that's
if you're
prone
dual
down.
wielding, yeah, you get a second attack, I believe. If you're dual wielding.
2 weapon fighting engaging 2 weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Alright. No, but if you don't hold on.
Modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Yeah.
So I'll hit the one that's lying down first, just because he's there.
Yeah, you're taking the opportunity to hit the prone.
Yes.
Alright. I just need to make sure that you actually hit, so please roll your attack.
D20, or is it a
D20, yep.
15?
Ooh.
15. And you have a modifier on your attack, usually based off of strength. They hit +7. Holy fucking hell. Okay, you rolled a what?
15.
There is no goblin anymore. It's gone.
Then you got
Well, you
your
definitely hit the fucker.
It's goblin
Do I
jelly.
get-
He just goblin slayered the thing.
Mhm.
Oh no, that's just hitting. That's not actual damage.
No, the D8 is the damage, right?
Oh.
1d8
What?
1d8 plus 5.
8.
The 8 plus 5 is 13 damage. And
Equal
Where is
pop.
he basically went pop.
You
He
just
went
yeeted him into the next village.
Bull takes out the first one with a quick slash and cuts the head off cleanly.
That's hot.
The other 3 see that happen to their comrade. Ooh, they just barely run. They are actually, take a step back, they look up, and they look up, and they look up. You're about 3 times their size, so, I mean, like looking at a fucking redwood. This is where you guys are going to roll initiative. The surprise attack was an instant.
Okay.
So now, each person that's in combat is going to need to roll a d20 and add their initiative modifier, which is next to your armor class. It's like Bull is a +2.
13.
18.
14. No, yeah, 14.
That's adding your modifiers.
I didn't have
Yep.
a modifier.
I had a 15 if I had my modifier.
Okay, so we had Riot, Bull, Jesse, and then me, because I rolled a 7. And my roll goes for the entire group. So, all 99 goblins are now going to attack after you.
What?
Yeah, it's a goblin horde attacking the entire city.
Why?
Because I said so.
No.
Because DMs can be evil.
And the finger of God is that. Sorry. So, they are spread out throughout the city, though, so you're going to have to not only fight them, but fight the ones you see, you're also going to have to find them. So you're going to have to decide whether to stay as a group or split up and find them individually. Bull's already taken out the first one.
One of 99?
Oh,
This is a massive
other
horde of goblins.
99 goblins. This is a goblin horde. Now, the good thing about goblins is that they're very weak. A good hit with most weapons will probably take them out in one shot.
They only have 7 hit points.
Very good.
Okay.
If you're smart enough and you're wily enough, you should be able to take each one out pretty quickly. So, Riot has the first action. There are 3 other goblins right there in front of you. Each one of you has an attack, starting with Riot. I need a roll against an armor class 15, so your attack rolls have to be 15 or higher.
Alright. I just rolled a 16.
Don't even need a modifier for that one, that's good.
And
Right.
then I'm gonna attack with my scimitar.
Scimitar?
1d6 plus 4. Okay, so 8.
Or it says 2 on your sheet here.
With the scimitar?
Plus 4 to a hit, 1d6 plus 2 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at the hit. Yeah.
What I thought. Alright, so you rolled a 4 and you added 2, so that's 6 points of damage. You severely hurt that one. It has 1 point of health left on it. You've basically cut off an arm.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright.
Stupid.
Well, you now have a second action.
Alright. I would like to attack the next closest goblin to me.
All goblins are within 10 feet, so you can basically do a 1 round movement and striking distance, no problem.
Alright.
I have a feeling Bull's just going to basically go.
Gotta whack and slice for a little while.
Can't he just like take out like 10 people like in one shot? That'd be great.
If all 10 were there, maybe. No.
I just rolled an 11 on the d20.
11 on the d20 plus your hit, which was I think a 7 on your battle axes.
Yeah, it's a plus 7.
So you had an 11 plus 7.
Yep.
All right, so you hit with an 18. Holy crap, you're powered. Shit.
Hopefully.
Big, imposing, and also just fucking burly as hell. So
I suggest
Unfortunately,
Bull goes and gets a tree and just starts whacking all the goblins with trees.
it's basically a treat just looking at a sapling, going, "I'm gonna crush you."
my d8 was a 1. With the plus 5, it only makes it a 6. So this one.
So
He winged
So that one
it.
just kind of dodged slightly out of the way. You hit him, and you hit him good, and you also cut off an arm. Jesse, what's your action?
Okay. Dual wielding my short swords. I do want to attack the near. Yes, I do want to attack the next set of goblins.
Good. There's 3 there. Two of them each have an arm cut off. Are you going after one of the ones that are weakened, or are you going after one of the ones that are not, or the one that's not weakened?
Let's finish off the ones that are basically dying.
Hey, give me a hit. Roll a
D20.
d20. The
I have
6,
6. Yeah.
and you're using a short sword with a 4. That's a 10, and you missed. You need a 15 or higher. 6 plus your 4 to hit is 10. You're going against a 15.
Shit. I suck at this shit.
It takes a little time. So you slash upward brilliantly, but you actually go after the arm that was cut off.
She went for the phantom pain.
Swing and a miss.
Phantom Menace.
No better, no better.
Swing, no better.
But don't I get 2 actions because I'm dual wielding a sword or 2 swords?
You can have a second action as a secondary action. Thing with the dual wielding is that they usually come as a penalty unless you are proficient or specializing in them, which then reduces your penalties. So you actually go without the, I think, the bonus. If I have to remember right. It's been a while since I've been through these rules, and they're a little differently. And I'm looking at your character sheet, and you are not a dual wielding character. You don't have any kind of dual wielding abilities.
16!
That does hit. I'm not even gonna make you roll for damage because if you're going after the one with the arm that one of the arms that are cut off, it's 1 hit point. That's basically a kill.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. The fact that I had to sit there, I feel bad for arguing. Like, I didn't want to be the one person not to hit.
No. It's been a while since I've had to go over these kind of things, so I need to review certain information sometimes. Unfortunately, because their rules are different than what I'm used to. 3.5 rules are a much different scenario.
There's gonna be a potato right there for like.
Potato.
Going back to the bar real quick, since we had a little thing. Grin, you've already made your way and you blocked the one door during that time. Cell, you're just kind of watching everything that's going on through the windows. Seeing them basically butcher these goblins. Maze, what are you doing?
There's a goblin stealing my chips.
So there's 2 goblins dead, right? And there's a third.
Goblins are down now. There's one goblin with 1 hit point left, basically an arm missing. The other goblin's at full health. Assuming you made your way outside already.
I'm going to say I'm right outside the door. I'm kind of just keeping watch on the door in case anyone comes towards the door.
Okay, so you're posting guard.
Yes, I'm posting guard.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast sleep on the 3rd goblin.
Okay, is that a standard action?
No.
I see it on my screen. You looking up at Bull, who's above you.
I mean, it's one of my spells. It's one of my first level spells.
I believe sleep is a 1 round action, so it will go off on the 2nd round.
It says 1 minute.
1 minute? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. It's 90 feet, 20 foot, not 90 feet, 20 foot sphere.
Okay.
Or 20 foot sphere, excuse me.
So you're preparing a spell for 1 minute, which is basically 10 rounds of action.
What?
That's how magic works in this world, unfortunately. So a round of combat is basically a few seconds. Slice of a sword, bringing down a mace, something like that. But magic actually takes time. If you have to actually cast a spell, there are rules to the spells. So you have to prepare those.
It's like
And
the
that's
old
kind of a
school, it's like the old school Final Fantasy where you gotta wait till you charge, basically.
Yeah, like an ATB gauge.
Should've
So,
just been a-
spells are fun, but they are a double-edged sword. They can be very powerful, but they can take components and time to cast them sometimes. So it can be a bitch. But if you start a round and you're fighting a dragon, you go, oh, I've got the perfect spell for this. It's going to take me about 2 minutes to set up. Just keep battling. Keep me protected.
It says the time it takes me is 1A. I guess it's 1 action.
One action?
Yeah.
What
But the
example?
duration is 1 minute.
Oh, the duration's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how
Okay,
long it
that's-
lasts.
That's how long it lasts.
Yeah.
10 rounds, basically. Alright, what page are you on?
But
I have
I'm
a
looking at
question.
my sheet.
Oh, you're looking at your cheat sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
The character
So-
sheet, it tells you.
So, it said the casting time is what?
1 action.
1 action?
It says
Okay, so
1A. I'm guessing that's action.
Okay, so basically, yeah. In the time that it takes 1 round, you can cast it,
Okay.
right? Yes.
What's the radius of the spell?
It's a 20-foot sphere.
So I will be put to sleep. Won't everybody else be if friendly fires on?
Okay, so it's where he casts it, so he can actually, when it comes to spells, unless it's a cone effect which comes from a point of setting, it's where he casts it, so he can actually put the epicenter in a specific location when he casts it.
Yeah, but I could hit Bull in them too, though, couldn't I?
Right, exactly. So they would have to make a save if they're within that bubble.
Okay, maybe I don't want to do that then. None of them have been hit by the goblins or anything, right?
No, no one's actually taken any damage. Goblins haven't even had a chance to take action yet, which is actually going to be their next ability.
Okay, I know what I'll do. The one that still has one arm, I'm going to use Vicious Mockery on him and call him a one-armed bastard.
What will that do for it?
Hit him where it
Alright.
hurts.
Does it lower his morale or something?
Yeah, he might sit down and cry.
You never know. You never know. He might
Hang
just
on.
be so
Thank you,
insulted.
bully.
How dare you say I only have one arm?
Maybe one of his parents only had one arm. It's a point of,
You unleash a string of insults,
Oh,
laced
no.
with subtle enchantments. If the target can hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the
Do
next
it.
attack roll it makes
Do
before the
it.
end of its turn.
do it.
Oh, that's an interesting spell. You can actually damage him with your
Psychic
words. I
damage.
like this.
Well, if you're,
Okay,
So it literally hurts his feelings.
yeah,
Do goblins have feelings?
I crush his
Okay.
soul just because Bull chopped his arm off. Or
That
Rot
is a-
chopped his arm off.
interesting spell. Okay, so you said
It's
a
actually
wisdom
not a
saving throw?
spell. It's one of my catnips.
Cantrips.
Cantrips, whatever.
That's
I like catnip better.
Yeah, catnip.
That's amazing.
I'm expecting an interesting little blurb when Shelly edits this later with the catnip. Okay, so it's a cantrip, so it's an instant action.
Yes, it's instantaneous.
Okay, so they have to make a saving throw versus wisdom. What was the saving check?
It does take one. It takes one action for it to happen, though.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me get back to it.
Oh yeah, it takes an action. Oh, wait a minute. An action is actually.
It says it must succeed. The creature must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, or take 1d4 psychic damage, and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
It doesn't have an actual like save versus this number.
No, it doesn't say.
Okay. Oh, this dice just likes this number.
D4 is a rough one.
Okay, so you're proceeding with that attack. You're proceeding with that action.
Sure,
All right, and you're doing another one that has
one arm left.
one arm.
Yep.
Right, and it does 1d4 damage.
Yeah, it takes 1d4 psychic damage.
It's a rough
All
one.
right. Don't even know why I rolled. You start spewing out strings of words. It failed its throw, and it collapses to the ground.
I killed it with words.
You killed it with words. You literally hurt him by feelings.
Nice.
Awesome.
Or just
All
scratch
right.
your ass with one arm there, pal.
Well done, Bard.
Taking down one. There's one left. They have the initiative now. And Bull, you're the closest one. What is your armor? You got a 12 armor class. All right. And I just got a 13, so I get a strike on you.
Sons of bitches.
And it slaps you with a scimitar, which does 3 points of damage. Make sure to keep track of your hit points, folks.
Gotcha, sir.
Druid, be ready to heal somebody. With your potato powers.
Ooh,
Okay.
potato.
1 second. Doing this blind.
I am not pleased, I will tell you that.
Kitty.
Is there fire coming out of your nostrils?
There's a kitty.
Not yet, but there can be.
Yes, I am. Yes, a fleet.
If we can lure a lot of them into a narrowed area, I can obliterate a shit ton.
And maybe I should jump out in the middle of the thing and just start strumming real loud.
Ooh, get their attention and draw them
They're
in.
going to come towards me, and then like I'll just jump out of the way and let Bull barbecue them.
It could work.
So, we've had a full round of action. Bull sliced off the head of one and basically decimated the other. Same thing with Riot, taking off an arm. Jesse takes out one, and Maze finishes off with his sharp wit. But
Only sharp
So-
I got.
let's see. Back in the bar, Shelly.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to do? You've been sitting inside. You've been watching the action. You've seen this quick round of combat happen.
Okay. I'm kind of annoyed just sitting inside. You know, I'm usually really cool under pressure, so I think I want to kind of go outside and see if I can help.
All right. So you're gonna join the fray.
Yes.
And Corinne, you're still locking
Yes.
the doors.
Am I still locking the doors? I locked one before.
So you move around to the second door. You've locked the second door.
Yes. Why are
She's-
we laughing?
There's I think there's 3 doors that you're supposed to be locking.
So you move around to the first door. Now you move to the second door. You've locked the second door. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but in the course of the time span, it's only a matter of seconds between what has happened and what you're doing. So it's a weird perception of time because we've done this for 15, 20 minutes just talking about it, but it's a matter of just seconds in their game time.
Yes.
She's taking her time because she's listening for the Goblin Lord.
It's listening for the Goblin Lord.
Mhm.
All right, so
I thought I was moving
with
through
that,
the window. That's why I was confused by that question.
well, you're still working on the door, so you have one more door you can lock before you actually can focus and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Right. So, we have the one goblin, and I believe Riot has the first action because the initiatives, they carry through. So we're not going to be rolling initiative each round. You don't have to worry about that. It stays throughout the entire combat sequence. So you have the initiative, Riot. What is your next action?
Is there a goblin still alive in front of us?
Is there a goblin still alive? Yes, there is. There's one left in that area right now.
Alright, I'm gonna try to swing my scimitar and hit it. $14, and then do I get a plus
Yeah.
initiative?
Your scimitar, I think, had a +4.
No, oh yeah.
+4 to hit, so yes, you do hit. 1d6 plus 2, please.
5,
You got
and then
a
a
5.
7.
5 plus 2 is 7. 7 is exactly what you need to kill the last goblin there. So
Wait.
each one of you has taken out a goblin completely. 96 more to go.
Nice.
How many more?
96.
96 more goblins to go.
Should have been 69.
Hey, we'll get there.
Soon enough.
Hey.
Slowly but surely, you're all just gonna stop. Okay, there's 69 left, but we're done. We're done.
That's the lucky number. We're
Dancing
staying.
At that point, we're like,
Back to the pub.
Everybody jump on the wagon. We're getting out of here.
All right. So, getting back to action. So, I think we've just killed the last goblin in that area, right? Like I said, they are spread out. A couple are coming towards you from a couple different directions. You guys want to stick together? You want to spread apart? Shell, you've just joined the party.
Yes.
What are we deciding to do?
How close are they to us, the goblins?
There will be 6 goblins at your location within a round. So you can either run to them and meet them in that round, or you can wait for them to come to you and make a stand right at the door.
Please.
And that'll take a full action to do.
Thank you.
So
Should we split up into twos?
well, I wanted to use. I was thinking I could use Thunder Wave, which would be 1 action, and it's instantaneous. It goes about 15 feet in a cubicle area, so.
Okay, so they're not quite close enough for that at this round.
Right, so I'm like.
So
She could charge it and then use it next round, though, couldn't she?
it's an instantaneous spell, so she just has to basically put her hand out and it'll fire off.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I wanna move out closer, so then the next action I can use that.
Okay. So you're gonna make your way from the door out to the general open area where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we have Bull, Riot, Jesse, Maze, all in the same area. You move your way into the now small group, right? Kryn, you've locked the 3rd door,
Okay.
right? And you start making your way towards the open door so you can get a better
Sense of
hearing. Yeah, I was trying to think of how to phrase that. I couldn't phrase it right. Okay. So within that time period, if you're moving from the last door to the next one, the round has passed. So you're with the group. You need to roll an initiative because you've just joined the group.
Okay.
So I need you to roll a D10, please.
D10. I was not prepared.
Excuse me, D20. Oh man, D20.
I'm like,
Holy
wait
crap.
a minute, what's going on?
Bro.
Is there such thing as a DTM?
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yes, there is.
It's this diamondy one right here.
It's usually for percentage rolls.
What do you mean?
Oh, is it the one that goes by TM? Gotcha.
What? So is it a D20 or is it a D10?
No, it goes up to 10.
20.
Your
D20.
D20.
20.
It's
the diamond
D20.
one like
Okay.
this.
D20.
You got me rolling the wrong dice. Okay.
We're just showing Maze the 10s.
Wow, okay. Totally fucked. 2.
You rolled a 2, plus your 3 is a 5. You will go after I do with any actions.
Cool. Fuck you, dice.
It's not just the way of the random. Alright, so goblins are now within striking distance. Right? What action do you want to do?
They're now within striking distance.
They're now within striking distance.
Alright, I'm gonna slash at 1.
We now have 6 coming at you, 3 from either side. And you can tell me if you're going after the right or the left.
I'm gonna go after the left.
The left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is a 19. If
That
you can
is almost a perfect roll. That is beautiful. So you definitely hit one. You hit the lead one.
And then I'm gonna 1d6. Oof, that's only a 2 plus a 2. That's 4 damage.
4. You gave a slash to the midsection. Alright. Bull, you're next. You want to go right or left with your attack?
I'll go right.
Go right, one left. Bull's going right. We'll all meet in the middle somewhere.
So I roll a D8, right? Right.
We'll roll a 20 for a hit.
Oh. 10.
Here, I'll mute myself.
It was a 10.
The 10, and if you're swinging them friggin' axes again, that's friggin' 7,
17.
so you definitely hit.
And then the D8. 3 plus 5 is 8.
Oh, Maze, you know what? I never got your initiative.
Huh?
I need you to roll me initiative roll as well. I never got your initiative.
Which one am I rolling?
20, please.
20. Okay, hang on.
Because you stepped out and then you instantly did a cantrip.
A 4.
with your 3 makes 7, which you go at the same time as I do.
Take that, God.
Well, you hit. What's your damage?
You talking to me?
Let me
Yes.
use it.
It was an 8 after the modifier, or the
Okay.
+5.
Sounds like
You basically just slice through the midsection of that first one.
also, so I'm not disturbing you as well.
All right, Jesse, are you gonna go right or left?
Right.
You gonna follow Bolt?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to attack the next goblin? What's
Yes.
your plan? Yes.
I want to attack the next goblin,
Mhm.
and I want to use my long bow where I don't have to.
Okay, so you're actually aiming to the right instead.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack.
13.
And with your bow, you have a 2, which is a 15, right on the money. Okay, I need a 1d8, please.
5.
5. Okay, you winged one. Got him right in the shoulder.
Okay.
Now I got one with 2 points and one with 7 on that side, and 2 more with 7 on this side. Okay. All right. With that, Maze, I need you to make your action. Are you going right or left?
I will go left with right.
All right.
I need to roll a d20.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm doing piercing damage with my rapier.
I feel like it picks up some sound, but not all sound.
Come on, roll for me. $13.
13.
13.
Maze. With a rapier, the +5, you got a 18, so you hit. I need to roll 1d8, please.
1d8. Four.
4 plus your 3 is a 7, exactly striking one straight in the forehead to kill the next one. All right, so there's 1 on the left. There's still 2 on the right. I've rolled, and I'm rolling a group attack. So they all roll. I'm rolling all the same for all of them instead of per individual. I rolled a 16, so Riot's armor class is 12. Bull's is a 12. Jesse's at a distance at 14, so she's safe. And Maze is at a 14. All right, so they hit all 3 of you.
I'm safe.
You're safe because you were at a distance with a bow.
Okay.
Riot, you take 6 points. Bull, you take 5 points of damage.
I take
And
6 points?
You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Aye.
Maze, you take 6 points of damage.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm. We got some good rolls. That brings right down to 3. Bull, you also had some damage from before.
I'm at a 6.
You're at
If
6.
that assisted you at all.
I'm at a 4.
So our boys in blue are bleeding.
Aww.
Shelly, you can
Save
make
it.
your action.
Hold on. Because now I might have to. I might have to heal
Change
them.
up your ideal.
Yeah.
Remember, a heal spell works on one person at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I have. Oh, yeah. Well, because there's Healing Word and then there's Cure Wounds. Are they both one person at a time?
You have Healing Word?
Yeah.
It's a bard spell.
He's a druid. So, Almost in the monster manual. Healing word. That's actually a new one. I haven't heard that one before.
A creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 your spellcasting ability. No, that's not gonna heal them though. That's just gonna increase
That's
their
gonna
hit
heal
point.
one.
The D4.
I mean, that's what I've got. Is
The worst of the dice. That one
And
sucks.
Okay. Beginning healing spells suck.
The
Yeah.
D4 sucks.
So I'm like, do I waste my time trying to heal somebody or do I attack?
That is the question of the moment. That's what you got to decide. Do you want to try and heal somebody or do you want to attack? I can't tell you what to do. I can only tell you your story.
If you go
Cast
full,
stabby stabby.
if you go with
I
bull,
know.
you can heal him, and I can heal me and Right, because I've got healing word.
And bulls.
Depends on which way
You can heal you or Riot.
Well, yeah, because yeah.
How many of them have we hit so far? Out of this
In
group?
this group,
Yeah.
there 3 are dead, 3 are alive. 1 has 2 hit points. The other 2 have 7 hit points. 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
Are they gonna attack right after I make my move?
No. No. Next will be Riot, then Bull, then Jesse, then it's me and Maze again, and then you.
Alright, I'm gonna
That's
try.
the order of combat.
Alright. And I'm pretty much in the middle, right? I don't have to go left or right.
No, you haven't moved. You can go left, you can go right, or you can stay right there. Healing word casts at a distance, and they are within 30 feet.
Yeah, you got 60 feet.
No, I don't wanna. I wanna attack, but I thought I was closer than that. I thought I moved closer already.
While you're making your decision, give you a moment to think about what you want to do. Corinne, I
Yeah.
need you to give me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 20.
I hope you roll high. Yes, it's a 20.
Oh no. 9.
A 9?
Hmm.
You have not heard anything from the boss.
Okay.
Wait, she has a crossbow, doesn't she? Shell?
Yeah. You said there's one
This
to
is
one
it.
side and there's 2 to the other?
There's 1 on the left, 2 on the right. One of them on the right has only 2 hit points. And Jesse's actually right near you. She's using a bow. Just to keep that in mind. So Bull's by himself on the right with the 2. And Maze and Riot are on the left with 1 goblin.
I'd rather, if I'm gonna use Thunderwave, I'd rather go for the 2 so I could take them out. Or at least
Now
try.
is Thunderwave a cone effect, or is it like a direct lightning strike?
It's cube. It's an area
The
of
cube
effect.
effect?
Hmm.
Okay, so you have to place it in a specific zone.
Right. So I have to go be by where they are. At least within 15 feet of them.
Oh yeah, you have to be close enough that you can actually place the location, yes.
Thunder!
You can walk close enough within a round and cast that spell because it's an instant spell that you won't have to worry about an action. You just have to
Thank you,
walk up
Maze.
there and go, and there it is.
Yeah, I'd want to do that for the 2 that are near Bull.
Okay. Now, you said it's a what cube? How big?
15 foot.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bull will be in the area of effect as well.
What do you mean? He gets hit too?
Don't hurt me.
And it's
Bull
also
can be hit.
any unsecured objects are pushed 10 feet away from you. And it emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Oh, that'll call the others in.
What kind of damage is it going to do to me?
It says
Well, you can make a saving throw versus spells, Bull, to see if you can negate it. Or take half damage.
Do it.
I have.
If it'll bring more in, do it. I look back at you with my dragony eyes. You can tell. Do it.
Dragony eye.
I give you that look. You can see. I'm telling you to do it.
Ferocity of his gaze at you tells you.
How many hit points do you have?
The spell.
Do it.
Bull has 6. Do it. Boom.
What's the damage on this from the spell?
How do I know?
It should tell you by like a die roll, or it'll tell you like it'll do this exact amount of damage.
It doesn't say it on the sheet. That's useful.
Underway?
Yeah.
A failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
2d8, so it's up to 16 points of damage.
But on a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
So you could do, if Bull saves, he could take as much as 8 points of damage.
Wouldn't that,
So you could kill-
that would kill
I'm okay
him?
with that.
That could kill him.
No!
This is magic.
Say la vie, man.
That's not say la vie, son of a bitch.
Nobody dies on the
I mean, you
first.
took a goblin down.
This is how this is the cost of magic.
Ivan Draga. If he
crossbow.
dies, he dies. That's my outlook.
I mean, at least let him use his dragon breath before he goes.
Yeah, I want to
if
see
I
it.
don't,
Well,
I
it's
don't get the
Shelley's
chance. I
action.
don't get the chance.
She can choose to not do anything if she wants to.
Wait, she could use her crossbow and still try to take him out from a distance like me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mother, look at me. Mother,
Child,
mother.
stop telling me what to do.
What is the saving throw in? Is it a D20?
I'm trying to look at this other one that I have that says something else, but it's not even in my freaking book.
What is it?
The
Earth,
saving throw would be a D20.
Earth Tremor?
And
Earth Tremor?
it would be against your wisdom, I believe.
I only have a +1.
Passive wisdom, perception, insight, investigation.
It's not in the book.
Did you roll a 1, Bull?
We're not going to answer that.
Earth Tremor's not in my book either.
Yeah, I don't know why it's on this list. That's why I hate this. The
Hang on,
difference.
I'll look at it.
Because it doesn't count right now, because it didn't
No,
happen.
it doesn't count right now because you didn't actually take her action. But if you had rolled a 1 on a
It was-
saving throw,
It was
you would
a
have
one.
gotten double the damage and pretty much on a thunder wave, probably fried to a crisp. Bull jerky.
Anybody want?
Jerky
But
time.
Yeah,
I'm I'm immune to fire, though. Does
Yeah.
that count?
Electricity is different.
Fire's a different type of energy than electricity.
Okay, for Earth Tremor, you cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. A failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
Coda smile though.
So if you, you're basically if you cast it, it's gonna make like
shoot him.
This is the way it is. Unfortunately, combat is not a simple thing. You do have to figure out what you're planning on doing. You have to be aware of your comrades. And she's got a very difficult decision because she wants to help out. She just doesn't know how.
throw a potato at them.
Can I just cure Bull's wounds? Because I'm just...
Yes, you can.
I don't know what else to do at this point. I don't want to kill him.
That would probably be the safe course of action. Granted, if you were to use a magical spell, it could harm him to the point where he could die. You could do something that could help aid him, but the best thing would be, I'd say my suggestion would be healing him would be the best course of action because he could take another hit or two if you do heal him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to use Cure Wounds on Bull.
Okay?
I don't know how that works.
You'll have to roll a die to give us how much hit points you give him.
How do I know what die it is?
D20. Maybe?
Is it healing word? Or is it
No.
cure wounds?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds is 1d8.
Plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
So my spellcasting ability modifier.
And you have to touch him, so you have to walk up and put your hand on him. Which is, he's close enough that you can walk up and do that.
Okay.
So that puts you in striking range of the goblins.
Oh well, fuck it. If I die, then who cares?
Touch me, baby.
With the thunder.
Alright.
Nobody's dying, okay?
So I roll a d8, right?
Yeah, roll 1d8.
Okay, that's a 4.
Alright, so plus your spellcasting modifier, which is...
Which is where?
Wisdom. And your wisdom's a 4. You rolled a 4, so you give him 8 hit points of damage. 8 hit points back.
Okay.
That brings me right back to 14. What?
You've just healed him fully. Very good job, Shell. Alright,
Oh yeah, do it again.
round of turns has gone through. We're back to the beginning of the next round. Riot. You're the first
Have
up.
I been healed yet? I zoned out.
Shelly was
Okay.
the last action of that round. So you're the beginning action of this round.
Okay, and there's one goblin left on my side, right?
There's one goblin left on your side, fully at full hit points.
Alright, I'm gonna swing at him. Oh, never mind. We are not hitting him. We rolled a 3.
This is definitely a negative. Negative goose. You have not buzzed the tower. Alright, so you swing and you miss because of the pain in your side from the last attack. Maze, you are going to be third up, right? Okay, so Bull is the second one. Yes. Okay, Bull, your action. You have
I
two
will-
goblins.
I'm gonna smack at the closest one to me.
Do you want one that's already injured or the one that has not been injured?
I will take the one that has not been injured.
Okay.
D20 is a 13.
13 plus your 7 is a 20. Yeah, he's
And
insane.
the D8 is a 3.
The
plus
D8
the
is a
5.
3.
Plus the
That's an
5
8.
is a... Yeah, it's an 8.
You just yeeted this one where that other one went.
So
Good
that's
God,
another
Paul.
one. That's another one down.
Just mowing these fuckers down. Feeling refreshed from the spell
would-
that Shell gave him.
I would hope so.
Feeling vigorous and ready to attack, he slices the next one straight down from shoulder to sternum. So you now have an injured one next to you, Bull. There's one next to Riot and Maze that have full health points. Maze is your action.
What is right at?
Alright, what's your health points?
What's your hit points, right?
Oh, sorry. 3 out of 9.
You're both in bad shape. And he just swung and missed.
Heal the child.
Oh, this is why I don't fight, I sing. Who, you're after me, right? God.
I-
Actually,
No.
It's supposed to be
my bad. It's actually Jesse was the next turn. My bad. Hold on. Went out of sequence. Riot, Bull, Jesse, then you and me together, and then Shelly. So it's Jesse's next turn. My bad. Sorry about that, Mace.
You're good.
Alright, Jesse, what's your action?
Okay, so we got one on each side now.
Yes. The one that you hit with the first shot
I thought
and got in the shoulder. No, you didn't. You only hit 5 points.
Okay.
He has a total of 7. Then there's the other one at full health. That's on the other side with Maze and Riot.
Can I go after the one that I hit earlier? Arrow again.
Yeah, you notch another arrow and let it fly.
12.
12. Plus, Good longbow plus 2 is 14. Just skims right by its head. You need a 15, darling.
Fuck.
All right, Mace. Now it's your turn.
I made it red for dramatic effect.
Is that your close to death look?
Yes.
Make mine blink
Screen
like
goes red in the game.
yeah, the red and white. I would. I'm not a coward, but I feel like I should just grab Riot and run towards the big dragon who's beating everything.
I'm not a coward, but
Yeah, sounds like a safe plan to me.
Can I do that?
You're gonna try and carry Riot?
Well, not carry him, like smack him in the back of the head and say, "Let's go." We're both like halfway dead.
Problem is, Riot already took his action.
Oh, so I'd be leaving him behind.
You're leaving him behind. He would have to follow you afterwards.
So there's
up
only
on you.
one left. There's one left with us, right?
There's one left with you,
Okay, I want to cast Sleep upon it.
and that was a single action attack, right? You can do it in one action.
One action, and it lasts for a minute.
And what's the area effect?
20 foot sphere.
20-foot sphere. So if you cast it directly on him, you guys will be affected at the same time.
I want to cast it 19 feet behind him.
He's like, I'm gonna hit perimeter here. Go for it.
Like, I don't know what to do.
See, it's not so easy.
No, it's not. Especially when you guys haven't really made a cohesive group, knowing your dynamics. You're still kind of been thrown in as an actual group.
Yeah,
But
we're
you're now
more
getting
like
to know
we're
each
noobs.
other a little bit better.
We just
Right.
don't know
Told
what to
you.
do.
The heat of battle.
I told you we should have stuck together.
I joined.
Nobody was.
I actually made you split apart because of the two groups of goblins coming in.
Yeah, we could have left one behind. Okay, I'm going to heal Right.
You're gonna take a healing action?
I'm going to take a healing action on Right.
All right. What's the healing that you give him?
Hang on, let me get back up here. It is. It says I have one bonus action for healing word. Or
Bonus
casting
action, if you will.
casting time is one bonus action. A range of 60 feet, and it's instantaneous.
Interesting.
That's
So you could probably, because you're a bard, you have the ability with any vocal talents to do it as more of a quick action.
So does
I
that
don't
mean
know.
I could walk away and then cast it as I'm like running?
You can move within 30 feet of your general location as a standard action in a game combat scenario and still do something. So it's you can do both things at once.
Okay, I want to head back towards the bar or the tavern.
Mhm.
Like try to get back through the front door, but as I'm doing that, I'm casting this on Riot.
Okay, so moving away from the combat, just heal him,
Yeah,
getting some distance between you and the other goblin.
yes. I'm gonna try to get back in the tavern because I'm hurt.
Okay, so go ahead and cast the spell on Riot. How much healing points do you give him?
D4, D4 plus 3.
Yeah, your casting ability is charisma.
It's
Yeah.
a 3.
You rolled a 3,
I rolled a 3.
so you gave him 6 points of health back.
Yes.
All right,
I'm
Right, you got-
full. Woohoo.
and you're back to full. The healing has been potent tonight. All right, so right, you're feeling much more refreshed now. And Maze, you've moved away from the major combat, so Maze has left you with that goblin. Right.
Oh, nice.
And Corinne, you hear
Sorry.
footsteps coming towards the door. I have rolled already my attacks, and the goblins have missed on all parties. So you got Lucky Riot and Bull. They both completely swing and missed.
Yes.
All right. Shell, you're next up. What's your action?
Can I just use my crossbow on the one closest to us?
Yeah, notch a bolt and let it fly. Are you going left or right?
Well, the one closest. I'm still by Bull, aren't I?
Oh, that's right. You are by Bull because you had to walk up to touch him.
Right.
You're right. Okay, so there's one that's wounded and one with an arrow in its shoulder, and the other one is full health.
Okay, so I'll shoot the one that's wounded.
All right. Let it fly. You need at least a 15 with your modifier.
Cool. So that's a D8, right?
Roll a D20.
A D20. Ooh.
D20. The hit is a D20.
Yeah.
And your crossbow has a +3. So whatever your roll is, add 3. What did you get?
I got a natural 20.
No.
I'm not fucking kidding.
You actually do a critical hit. Now what that is you roll twice the dice. So 1d8 times 2. Honestly, you don't need to roll because he only has 2 hit points, and that minimum you can do is 2 hit points with a crit.
You just skull fucked that guy.
You basically did. You just went, and he was right there in front of the bow with a crossbow when you let it fly.
Point
So not
blank.
only did you
Murked.
pierce the skull, it went through the skull.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Bull just gave you a look like, wow.
Question.
What kind of potato did that girl eat?
Sweet potato.
What, Jesse?
Is there any goblins behind this goblin?
There's another goblin right there.
Like,
Why?
I was gonna say, well, if the bolt went through the skull, couldn't
There's
it
no
hit
other
him?
goblins in
Not
the area
within the
yet,
distance.
no.
Like, no.
I was trying
And-
to.
I know you were trying to make it cool. I know it's
And that would already play that scenario if it was in that kind of situation.
Mama could be
Trust me.
cool later, I guess.
Mama was cool. She just went frickin' like, what's that movie with the Travolta
She-
and
Pulp
She-
Fiction!
and,
Oh my
David-
god!
David Dex. Pulp Fiction. She just went Pulp Fiction on
She's John Wickting.
John Wick them.
Don't hurt her
You're
puppy.
older than me, and you couldn't think of Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction actually.
Yeah, I'm older than you. I'm losing my memory, so fuck off. All right.
Question. How many
Yes.
spells can we do?
Spells?
Yeah, because I've already...
Every time you use a spell, you lose that spell for the day until you take time to rest and memorize.
Okay.
All right. So you cannot reuse spells over and over again unless you have multiple uses of that spell memorized.
Okay, so all I have left is sleep.
Yes.
But I can still viciously mock somebody, though, right?
Is that just like that's not like a cantrip or a spell, it's like an action that you have?
No, it's a cantrip.
The cantrip?
Or catnip, or whatever I said earlier. Okay, so all I have left is... Okay.
Yeah. Spells, unfortunately, they're kind of like disposable income. Once you lose it, you can't get it back.
Until I rest.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
So we've gone through the round. Corinne, can I get another perception check from you, please? You need a high roll. High roller.
What's that face about, Corinne?
Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do that to finish.
It was a 16.
Nice.
A 16. And you have a 6 modifier in your perception, so you got a 22.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's just very adept at hearing shit, apparently. All right, with a 22, you hear off in the distance near the west entrance a goblin calling out orders.
Oh no.
You found the goblin boss.
Nice.
Good roll. Good roll. Alright, we have 2 goblins left, right? Shell just took out 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9.
Oh, we got 1 goblin left.
Nope.
No, there was
There's 1 on the left and 1 on the right.
One. Okay, 1, yeah.
Mhm.
1 on 1. Alright, so Riot's there, Bull's there, they're the ones. Combat Shell, you're behind Bull. Doing some, right? Jesse, you're still in the center with your bow. Maze has walked off to the tavern door. Did you go in the tavern, Maze, or are you just at the door?
I'm in
What?
because I'm hurt.
Right.
I was
So
going to ask
after you-
questions about that because the doors were locked, Cody.
You left the front
Yeah,
door
I can
unlocked.
You left the front door unlocked for in case
Yeah,
we
the
need
door
to.
where they're at. Yeah, they asked you to leave that door unlocked, so I only had you lock 3 doors.
Yeah, okay.
And you were listening at the 3rd. Or the 4th, excuse me. Alright. So with that, we have another round. Riot, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking kill this little.
You
We're
hope
hoping.
so.
Better.
17.
The 17,
Okay,
that
good.
does hit.
Nice.
Alright, a 1d6. That's a 6 plus. Oh,
I just lost Shell on the screen.
There.
1d6.
Yeah, I might have. One,
That's an
1d6, 6 plus. You said 6
Plus
plus 2?
Yep.
8. That's a kill. You definitely took that one out, slicing its head off clean, and watching it fly off into the distance.
Just
And Bull. Bull, you're up.
I'm gonna take out the next one, the closest to me. I
There's
think
only
the
one
last
left.
The last one
Yep.
on the right. Yep. It's a 1.
Oh. Did you really roll a 1, Bull?
Damn it,
I
Bull.
did.
Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie about it. That's what happened.
Bull, 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 Bull. Oh,
I am
Bull,
at full health though, so
Yeah, I know, Bull. I know.
if you take me out, you take me out.
I know, Bull.
It's the dice.
Okay. Bull, you take 7 points of damage for hitting your own foot.
Nice.
And hobbling you so it slows you down. You can only move 20 feet now.
All right.
My turn.
Yes, your turn.
Okay. I want to knock another arrow. I want to go
That's right.
after the little bastard next to Bull.
I think it's the only one left. I hope so.
$19.
You hit with a 19? All right.
19.
All right. So you do 1d8 for an arrow. Roll your damage.
6.
6. You give it a good shot. You smack it in the chest, but it's still up.
Oh no! I was getting ready to be
Point left.
excited for her.
1 point left. And it stumbles down a little bit. Maze, you're up.
Sorry, I was writing down. I'm keeping track of what we're doing. I'm going to kind of walk or run through the door and run into Corinne accidentally.
No.
And just ask her if she's heard the boss yet.
Yes, I have.
Okay, then we need to keep word to the others to try to find this guy.
So, I don't know when my turn is, but when it is my turn, I can still fight. I would like to
You'd like to what?
go after the goblin.
Okay, so you're gonna go outside the door and
Yeah.
And-
Because
all right.
Maze is injured, correct?
Yes,
Maze is injured at the
Okay,
moment.
so I want to. Okay. So he needs to stay in the tavern. So I want to go out, if possible, to help.
Alright. And Bull is injured, and you'll be able to join the fray on the next round.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
injured.
You're injured.
No,
Yep. How many points do you have, Bull?
I have 7 left, and I can only move 20 feet now.
Yeah, you just got smacked for another 6 by the goblin.
What?
So I'm down to 1.
You're down to 1 hit point. Bull is bleeding.
Oh,
the
because
goblin
our
took the opportunity with that foot strike after he got hit by the arrow and raised his sword up into Bull's side. Shell,
Mm-hmm.
you're next.
Fuck off.
You're right there. It was. I rolled to see if it was gonna be either you or Bull on that one too.
curable.
Well, I already did cure wound, so I guess the only other option I have would be healing word.
Healing word would be an option.
Yeah, I guess so. What is that?
D8, I think. That's what mine was.
You just used a healing word, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been I think it's a D8, right?
Yes. No. D4. Excuse me.
D4?
D4
Yeah.
plus your wisdom.
Plus, yeah, whatever your wisdom is.
Alright. Hold on. How's that a D4? Get out of here. That's not a D4.
D4's the triangle.
I know. I'm trying to. There it is. Wait. How do you know which one it is?
Top number at the point.
At the point? Oh.
Typically.
So that's a 2 plus what? Your wisdom
Plus
modifier?
your 4 wisdom. Oh, yeah. So you get both 6 hit points back.
Oh, great. There you go.
Half health. I'll take it.
So after that round, we have one goblin barely alive next to Bull with Shelly. Right on the other side, you will not make it over there in one round. Corinne's coming out of the bar while Maze goes into the bar.
I do have a crossbow that has 80 feet of range.
That's an option. I'm just saying you can't run that distance in one round.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay. Jessie's in the center with her bow still. And Riot's first up. Now you
Alright, I got a
go for it.
15.
A 15.
Yep.
You hit.
Yay!
Bullet Shelly, you have a bolt swish by both your heads and smack the last goblin straight into the forehead to drop it, finishing that round. And all the goblins are now dead
Sweet.
in that area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's 90 left.
There is 91 left.
Goblin King?
I thought there was
Goblin
3 on
boss.
both sides.
Goblin boss.
Goblin King.
Oh no! In total,
Oh,
100 goblins, including the goblin boss.
okay, so 91 left.
91 left.
Great.
This town is being overrun, but currently, at this moment, you have a quick break. There's no other goblins coming to the area, so you are able to stop, heal, if you have a med kit, bandage, do whatever you need to do, maybe even take a quick rest for a little bit, but you definitely need to think of something and what you're going to do. So I'd suggest you all go back into the tavern temporarily.
I will agree on that one.
Yes, please. Yes.
Regroup.
And you hear everyone start walking by, and there's no other action sounds in the area. You do hear everything going on around you, and it sounds like chaos. But you still are focused on that goblin boss in the west gate.
Okay.
Do you hear everyone start moving into the tavern again, kind of licking their wounds? And I think that's where we'll stop for the night.
Is it already that time?
Yeah, it's 11:15
Yes.
here.
9:15.
Combat actions do take a while, but this is a full siege on a town, so it's going to take a couple of nights to do. Unless you're
Yeah.
smart.
I don't think we are.
Oh,
You get
don't
your
worry.
first taste of combat. Right?
I'll make us smart. Let the bard lead you.
Let the bard lead me
Let the bard guide you.
into the tavern so I can go meditate.
So we can get our potato.
Eat your Xanon.
Now, each one of the goblins had a scimitar of their own. If you wanted to collect anything, they do have that. We can also divvy up rewards later, if you wanted to actually scavenge. But as of right now, to end the session, you each get 450 experience points for the kills as a group.
I didn't do anything.
It's group experience. You work as a party. I can do it individually. Bull killed 2, Jesse killed 3. Not Jesse. Riot killed 3. Jesse got 1. Maze had 2 kills.
Yeah.
And Shell got 1. But I figure group experience is going to be a little more beneficial for you guys because you are starting players. So you can advance up a little bit and raise up. That does get you at least 1 level. Because you need 300 experience for your next level.
That's right.
So you add
Right?
450 on top of what we had
To the
from the last
200.
time, right?
Yeah.
So it's 650. Okay.
That's correct.
Up.
So your total 650 experience points. So you're going to want to take a little time into your player's handbooks or go back onto D&D Beyond, who does not sponsor this program, and double check what your level is going to be. You can probably just put the experience in the experience thing and it'll automatically do the levels.
Yeah.
You do get respective rolls of your hit dice plus your constitution for your hit for each level. You do not get full hit dice. Remember that. So you have to roll from now on for how much hit points you get per level each time you level up. So to make a point, I think Bull is a 10-sided die, right? For your class?
I think so, yeah.
Right. So he would roll a 10-sided die for his level, and whatever the result was, he would add his Constitution modifier, and that would be his total hit points for that level. So you've all increased in experience, you've all gotten a little bit stronger, and any of the magic users will be able to learn new spells after a brief period of rest.
Cool.
So you cannot add new spells yet. You do have to learn them, but you will be able to get more spells in the process. So there's your rewards for the night until you actually decide to loot. But the next time we play next week, I think what we'll do is we'll figure out a plan of action of what you're going to do.
All right. Sounds good. Is
All
everybody happy? Everybody sounds so happy.
I think everybody's stunned at the moment.
All right, cool. Well, I'm sure we'll take some time off camera to discuss this or discuss any questions that we have on a later time. But as for this video, we're going to call it a night. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out again. We had a nice adventure. I freaking murked somebody, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
right?
you did.
Right?
Making some more words.
Mm-hmm. Got it. We all got a little blood on our hands, so that was great. So, thanks everybody for coming out. Coda, thank you again for being our DM as usual, and I hope that everybody comes back and sees us for episode 3. So stay tuned and stay weird. Say goodnight, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.